Hi everyone, Stepan here. I was actually waiting for the last game for 20 minutes and then my opponent resigned on move 3 for no reason. Okay, this guy plays the Jobava. Let me just see if everything is okay with the video. Everything should be okay. Okay, I'm gonna go a6 and then c5. I'm just not sure whether I should play e6 first. e6 seems safer. Okay, I'm gonna go c5 immediately. Both are fine, both e6 and c5, but I think this is more aggressive. My opponent is rated 2465. And that's probably the highest rated opponent I've played in a while. Okay, knight c6, preparing e5. Of course, if I get the chance to play e5, I am going to play e5. e6 is the correct move there. Here, I think white can play e4. At least that's what happened in my previous game. Okay, so e5. This is exactly what happened last time. So maybe e6 is correct. I like playing with c5 though. Okay, now... Okay, I mean, last time I played d4 and it didn't turn out too well. Okay, I'm going to go bishop e6 and allow him to play b4. And I'll undermine the structure with b6. So this will be sort of Queen's Gambit accepted in reverse, but for some reason he's played knight c3. Okay, bishop e7. I have a lead in development and I'm a pawn down. So yeah, from now on, I'm going to play e6 in that position. 2 games in a row, I gave up a pawn. I don't like being a pawn down, and I'm going to say the exact same thing I said last time. I much prefer having an extra pawn and not having the initiative. But I'm about to play castles and d4, so it's not that simple for him to hold on to the pawn. Now this is strange, he's moving the same piece again. I think this move is very unprincipled, so I'm just going to castle and allow him to play c4 if he wishes to play c4. I mean, knight a4 is a very strange move for a strong player. There's either something concrete that I'm missing. Knight b6 doesn't really scare me, but he keeps moving the same piece over and over again. There has to be a way to punish this. Okay, I'm not giving up the exchange. I don't want to do that. Not because I don't want to give up the exchange, but because I don't want my queen on a8. I don't want to undefend my bishop. I mean, I have a huge lead in development. He still has to develop 2 pieces and castle. This has to be enough for a pawn. I'm thinking about knight e4, but I don't think it's good enough. If I play a5, he's going to go c3. So I think d4 and then either e4 or takes and a5. Okay, I have to open the position up because I have a lead in development and I need to play aggressively in order to justify being a pawn down. I think playing e4 after e takes d is actually very interesting. How can I open up the e file if he doesn't take? Now I actually do have the option of knight e4, knight c3. So I don't think I play e4 on e takes d. I play e takes d. And then after something like bishop e2 or bishop d3, yeah, bishop d3 is a problem because then I don't have knight e4. Also, d4 simply prevents c3, so I can play a5 safely. Okay, now I think a5 is correct. I think a5 is good. Because now he doesn't have c3. And this is another tempo move. He has to react. If he goes b5, I go bishop c5. I don't know if I have enough for the pawn. I should probably play bishop b5 here. Bishop b5 seems like a good move. Because bishop b5 threatens to win the e5 pawn. And I think on that I can simply go queen c7, defending the pawn. If he plays bishop c6, then bc6, ed. Okay, he plays b5. I'm gonna go bishop c5. He takes on c6. And I have to take with the queen on b6, I think. Otherwise, he wins the pawn for free. And also threatens knight takes c6, winning the exchange. Okay. I did not see that. Okay, I'm gonna try to swindle him with e4, but I'm just losing. I'd completely missed knight a4. With a ton of time on the clock. How do I try to complicate this? I'm gonna go d3 because that seems to be the most interesting, and then I'm going to try knight b4. Okay, I'm gonna try knight b4. I don't see a better move. I'm losing a piece anyway, so. At least I have a pawn on d3. Which, I mean, of course it's not enough, of course I'm losing, but a pawn on d3 is always dangerous. And I still have the two bishops. I don't believe I missed knight a4. If I go rook c8, bishop b7, rook c2, he has knight e4. But he has knight e4 anyway. But I don't want to waste time on playing b6. I could actually consider queen d7, getting my other rook into play and threatening to take on b5. I like that. If he wants to take on f6, I'd be happy to see that. If I can win the pawn on b5, then I have these two connected passed pawns, which should compensate for the piece. I'm trying to play quickly and swindle him. Obviously, I cannot get away with this position if I try to come up with strategic ideas or something. The only square I'm afraid of is c5 for the moment. And there's nothing I can do about it. I have to trade the b5 pawn for my d3 pawn. But then I have the two connected passed pawns and the bishop pair, so it's definitely not over. I'm not saying it's enough compensation, but it's compensation. Because my bishops are actually fairly well placed to herd this pawn forward. Because I'm gonna have bishops or on, let's say, e7 and e6. And then when I start pushing my pawns, they may become dangerous. They aren't dangerous yet. And this bishop on f3 is actually a problem because it prevents me from defending my a pawn with my rook. No, actually I don't trade queens. Why would I trade queens? Wow, he doesn't take the pawn. Okay. Why didn't he take the pawn? Whichever way I defend, he has knight d6. Unless I defend with the queen, for example, queen a6. That defends without having my queen pinned, and it also doesn't lose the pawn and defends the e6 pawn. And he doesn't have queen b5. Queen b4. Okay, let's defend the pawn. I don't know. I mean, if someone told me I would have this on move 25 when I lost the piece, that's I would very happily agree to this. I don't even think I'm losing. At least when humans are playing. I think all three results are possible from here. I have a pawn on d3 and I have two connected passed pawns on the queen side. It's not enough for a knight, but if they advance, they will slowly become more than enough compensation. He should have taken the d3 pawn, I think. How do I prevent rook c7? Because if we go rook d7, he has bishop g4. And on f5, he could have queen b2. I mean, he definitely has queen b2 if I play f5. And on queen f8, on king f8, he has queen f6. On king g8, he has knight f6 check. So I cannot play f5. Can I get away with king g6? For example, b5. No, b5 doesn't work. Maybe I can simply go bishop e7. And on rook c7, king f7. But then he has queen a3. Give me a second, let me just close the door. Lucia is hair drying something. I mean, my rook on b8 isn't doing anything, so I can play rook d7, bishop g4, and rook e8, I think. I'm gonna try that. I cannot play f5, but I can play rook e8. Okay, now bishop e7. Now he has actually removed his queen from the attack on the d3 pawn. So if he plays something like knight g5, I can actually go king g6. Because it can never be check with the queen. Now I'm just ready for b5. I actually wanted to move my bishop away because I cannot push my b pawn if my bishop is there. Okay, this I have to take. Now I think I just start pushing my pawn. What can he attack? He has rook g5. Rook g5, king f7. Is that scary? He has rook h5. He also has bishop h5. I don't really want to play h6 if I don't have to. Rook g5, king f7, bishop h5, king e7, queen a3. At least I have queen d6. I can also just play king h6 on rook g5 and chase the rook away. No, queen f6 check. Yeah, I don't want to be wasting time on h6. I'm just going to start pushing. If he wants to play rook g5, then so be it. I cannot afford to waste any more time, I think. I can play king e7 and queen d6. Wait, actually, rook g5, king f7, bishop h5, king e7, rook g7, king d8 forced. He has queen f6. Ugh. Oof, okay. At least now he doesn't have rook g5. Can I go rook c7? Okay, I think I'm gonna go rook c7. He has to play rook g5 now, I think. Rook g5, king f7, bishop e8. Okay, he takes there. Wow. I didn't think this was possible. Okay. And what happens on queen b6? Why doesn't queen b6 work? Because the bishop cannot be defended 3 times, I think. Oh no, he has rook d3, rook b3. Yeah, and also this. Unfortunately, his queen covers f1. So if I go rook c2, rook d3, queen b5, queen b5, rook c1, he has queen f1. Or excuse me, if I go d2. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna go d2 anyway because I don't know what to do. I'm just losing. I don't have queen b5. I'm gonna try rook b7 now, but he has... Yeah, queen b5 doesn't work because he covers f1, and I don't even know how I should try and swindle him from here. I don't think I can, but I'll start pushing my pawn and try to trade it for the bishop if he makes a mistake. The point is that I cannot have him defending the queen with the bishop, so for as long as the rook is in front, that means I win a piece. Okay, this is a good move. Let's threaten mate and the bishop, and then he has to go back with the queen, because I'm threatening queen e1 mate. No, I'm not. He has bishop f1. Ah! He has bishop f1. But it was a good swindling attempt, I think. I'm threatening rook takes bishop. Yeah, bishop f1 immediately. That's it. I don't think there's any hope left now. I have to apologize to my opponent if he ever watches this for doing this, but he's 40 seconds on the clock, so I think I'm more than justified to try. Playing very safely and playing good moves. I think this is it. Now I'm going to resign. Okay. Again, I apologize to my opponent. Once again, let's just see that e6 is the move. Yeah, you can play c5, but why did I get in trouble with dc5? Knight c6. What did he play here? He played bishop g5. No, he played a3. He played a3. And I played e5, he played bishop g5, I played bishop e6, he played b4, bishop e7. This is all normal. Knight a4 I haven't seen before, but it seems fine. Let's see. Knight e4 was best. Knight e4 and black is slightly better. The castled, which has been played 2 times. Knight b6, rook b8, knight f3. Oof, d4 is a blunder. And then a5, b5. Yeah, bishop c5 is just dreadful. Wait, how does this save me? Oh, what? Okay. Let's just see if I had any chances. Yeah, I had no chances. He played pretty well. again, I apologize to my opponent, and see you tomorrow with the new one. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.